Morning settles gently over the cobblestone streets of Paris. Café doors open one by one. Chairs scrape lightly against stone. The smell of fresh bread, roasted coffee, and warm butter drifts through the air. The family steps into a small corner café with wooden tables, tall windows, and a chalkboard menu written in looping French script. A bell rings softly as the door closes behind them. The barista smiles at the sight of 3 leashes and wagging tails.
Bienvenue, window table for 5.
They settle into a cozy corner. A folded blanket rests beneath the table for the Pups. Outside, bicycles glide past as the city slowly wakes. Plates arrive in stages, croissants layered in golden folds. Pain au chocolate with melting centers. Steaming mugs of coffee set gently on saucers. A second tray follows, prepared especially for the Pups. Mini egg and spinach quiches, plain, dog-safe croissant bites, ceramic water bowls placed within easy reach. Max.
I appreciate when a meal presents itself with order and intention. This appears balanced, thoughtfully portioned, and structurally sound. I will begin cautiously, but I'm optimistic about the outcome.
Bella.
I would like to say something important before I begin. If every country greets us like this, I am fully prepared to relocate permanently. This is not breakfast. This is a celebration.
Luna.
It's warm. It feels calm. No rushing. No loud energy. Just space to sit and breathe. I think I like mornings here.
Dad's cappuccino arrives, foam swirled into a soft spiral. The scent drifts across the table. Dad gently moves the cup slightly away from the edge as Bella leans forward.
Not this one.
Bella.
I believe there has been a misunderstanding. That cloud appears available. I'm willing to assist with quality control, strictly for safety purposes.
Max.
You have already completed your portion at a speed that challenges logic. Additional foam would not improve your discipline.
Bella.
Discipline is subjective.
Luna.
Maybe just let her stare at it. It might make her feel included.
Outside, pedestrians pass with small dogs resting beneath café chairs. A delivery truck rolls slowly along the narrow street. Somewhere nearby, a violinist warms up. The morning feels unhurried. Max.
I would like to formally recognize that this city has exceeded expectations. Efficient seating, excellent food, pleasant atmosphere. I am prepared to endorse it.
Bella.
If this is how Paris starts the day, I suggest we investigate every bakery within walking distance, thoroughly, repeatedly, for research.
Luna.
I thought I would feel nervous being somewhere new. But I don't. I feel curious. I want to see more.
Mom and Dad exchange a quiet smile. Dad sets down his coffee. Dad.
Ready to explore?
Max.
I have identified at least 3 potential walking routes based on visible landmarks from this window. I recommend beginning with structure, then allowing room for discovery.
Bella.
I recommend we follow whichever direction smells the most like butter.
Luna.
Let's just walk and see what happens. We don't have to plan every corner.
Chairs shift. The bill is paid. The café door opens again to the sound of morning traffic and distant bells. 3 leashes are gathered. They step back onto the cobblestone. Behind them, crumbs remain on a wooden table. Ahead of them, Paris stretches open alive and waiting. Breakfast is finished. The day has officially begun. The landscape begins to change as the family travels east. French countryside slowly gives way to rolling Bavarian farmland. The fields stretch wider. The rooftops grow steeper. Wooden beams frame whitewashed houses like careful brushstrokes against the hills. Road signs shift languages. Willkommen replaces bienvenue. Church steeples rise from quiet villages. Forests thicken in the distance. Inside the car, the rhythm of tires on pavement hums steadily beneath soft conversation. Mom looks out the window at a cluster of half-timbered homes.
Look at those rooftops. We must be getting close to Bavaria.
Dad nods toward the hills ahead.
The land of pretzels, castles, and probably more history than we're ready for.
A well-used Bavaria travel guide rests open across the seat. One page shows a towering white castle perched against a mountain backdrop Neuschwanstein. Max studies the image carefully. Max.
Neuschwanstein Castle. Section 4 indicates 5 scenic overlooks and multiple pet-accessible walking paths. I believe we should prioritize the main trail first, then evaluate elevation changes before proceeding to the secondary viewpoints.
The page turns. An illustration of a bakery appears beside a small paragraph about regional pastries. Max.
It would also be highly responsible to investigate local bakeries within walking distance of our lodging. Cultural immersion requires snack research. I am prepared to document findings thoroughly.
Mom smiles at him. Mom.
Already building the itinerary?
Max.
A successful adventure benefits from structure. I simply ensure we are maximizing efficiency while preserving opportunities for surprise.
Luna sits quietly near the window. The green fields blur gently as they pass. Hills roll upward into darker forest lines. Cows dot distant pastures. Wind brushes lightly against the glass. She watches without rushing, without overthinking. Luna.
It feels different here. Quieter, somehow. Like everything is older but still alive.
Dad glances toward her reflection in the window. Dad?
You like it?
Luna?
I do. It's new, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. It feels steady.
Mom smiles softly. Mom.
She's settling into every place we visit.
Curly-haired Dakshun sits 2 rows ahead, ears perked and eyes curious. Bella notices immediately. She shifts her attention forward, tail wagging against the seat. Bella.
Hello there. Are you also traveling to a castle? Because we are absolutely on our way to one, and I feel like that's important information for new friends.
The Dakshun's owner laughs. Bayerish accent, what a friendly little traveler. Bella beams. Bella. Ah.
I believe friendship is most efficient when established immediately. Also, do you enjoy cheese? I find that to be a strong foundation for long-term bonds.
The Dakshun wags back. A quick exchange of curious glances, a shared excitement. And just like that, Bella has formed another connection somewhere between countries. Max returns to the guidebook. Luna returns to the window. Bella continues monitoring potential social opportunities. Mom and Dad exchange a glance that says everything without words. Dad lowers his voice slightly.
Should we tell them what tonight holds?
Mom shakes her head with a grin.
Let's wait until they see it.
The road curves. Mountains begin to rise more dramatically. A wooden sign appears near the roadside.
Füssen, gateway to the castles.
Max closes the guidebook slowly. Max.
If that sign is accurate, we are approximately minutes away from visual confirmation of at least one historic structure.
Luna sits a little straighter. Luna.
I can feel it. It's close.
Bella presses forward eagerly. Bella.
Please tell me there is a moat. I would like to formally request a moat, preferably one that allows supervised splashing.
Then Between two hills, white towers appear in the distance, rising against the sky like something pulled from a storybook. The car continues forward. 3 pups lean toward the view. The next chapter has officially begun. The car moves along a winding mountain road, pine trees rising on either side as morning mist hangs lightly in the air. The sky is pale blue, the sunlight just beginning to warm the hills beyond the forest. As the vehicle rounds a bend, the castle appears. White towers stretch high into the sky. Stone walls rise from the mountainside, wrapped in ivy and shadow. The structure stands tall and deliberate, as if placed there by imagination itself. Inside the car, everyone goes still. Mom?
It really does look like the Disney castle.
Dad?
Only better. Because we're here, together.
Max sits upright, staring through the window without blinking. His tail gives one slow, thoughtful wag. Max.
How do you even build something this tall without it tipping over?
Luna lifts her nose slightly, breathing in the cool alpine air drifting through the open window. Luna.
It smells old in a good way, like stories have been sitting here for a very long time.
Bella shifts in her seat, unable to stay still. Bella.
I want to go inside it. Or under it. Or maybe all the way to the top.
The car slows as they approach the designated parking area. Dad reaches for Bella's harness gently before opening the door. Dad.
Patience. Little night. Even the bravest explorers follow the path first.
The doors open. The mountain air feels crisp and clear. The castle stands above them, steady and silent. The adventure begins. They follow a marked walking path leading toward the castle. Gravel shifts softly underfoot. Tall pines sway overhead, and distant cowbells echo faintly from the valley below. With each step, new angles of the castle reveal themselves. Sunlight touches the towers. Shadows stretch across stone. Max pauses beside a historical plaque mounted along the path. He studies it carefully while the others wait. Max.
This says construction started in 1869. That doesn't even feel possible. It looks much older than that.
Luna walks calmly at Dad's side, ears adjusting to every distant sound birds overhead, footsteps nearby, wind brushing through trees. Luna.
It feels peaceful here, like everyone is supposed to speak a little softer.
At a wide overlook, the family stops. Far below, lakes shimmer in soft green and blue tones. The valley stretches endlessly, framed by mountains. For a moment, no one speaks. The quiet feels full. And then they continue walking. Later, they descend into the nearby town of Füssen. The atmosphere shifts from grand and towering to cozy and welcoming. Colorful buildings line cobblestone streets. Window boxes overflow with flowers. A violin plays softly in the town square, joined by the gentle hum of an accordion. The scent of warm pretzels drifts through the air. Max slows near a small vendor cart, nose working carefully. Max.
That smells extremely important.
Luna pauses near a street musician, listening with steady focus. Luna.
That music sounds happy. It feels like the kind of sound you could walk beside all day.
Bella stands near a group of friendly passersby who smile and greet her warmly. Local passerby.
Ah, la petite chienne. Bonjour. Hallo.
Bella. Ella.
I think I just made at least 10 new friends.
Her tail wags with confident satisfaction as the family continues down the street together. Back near the castle entrance, a long stone staircase rises toward an upper viewing platform. Bella notices it immediately. Before anyone can say much, She begins moving upward with determined enthusiasm. Bella.
I can absolutely make it to the top first.
Dad gently steadies her harness before she gains too much speed. Dad.
Let's save some of that energy. Some views are better when we take our time.
Bella.
Fine, but I still believe I would have won.
The climb continues at slower pace. The stairs echo softly beneath careful steps. The view at the top feels earned. They settle on a stone bench near the edge of the courtyard. The air smells warm with fresh bread and distant pine. Mom holds a large Bavarian pretzel, steam rising faintly as she tears it into pieces. Dad dips his portion into sweet mustard. Small dog safe bites are shared gently with each pup. Max chews thoughtfully. Max.
This ranks significantly higher than French quiche.
Luna.
The sky feels very wide here. I like that.
Bella. La.
Everything tastes like someone made it just to be nice.
Mom and Dad exchange a quiet smile. Mom.
From Paris cafes to castle steps, they're seeing the world in their own way.
The sun begins lowering slightly, softening the light across the courtyard stones. Evening settles slowly over the mountains. The castle towers cast long shadows across the field below. The family walks back along the path at an easy pace. Luna stays close to Dad's side. Max glances back occasionally at the castle silhouette. Bella hums softly to herself, tail moving in steady rhythm. Dad?
Tomorrow, we might find a festival, or maybe a trail carved by kings and squirrels alike.
They pause one final time to look back. The sky shifts into gentle shades of gold and blue. The castle stands quietly against the fading light. The day feels complete. They came to see a castle. They leave having experienced it. Stone towers, cobblestone streets, shared pretzels, and steady paw prints across foreign ground. As twilight deepens, another path waits, and they are ready to follow it. Just beyond the main cobblestone path, past the signs and the clusters of visitors near the castle entrance, a narrower trail curves quietly into the trees. Mom and Dad guide the pups down the winding path. The ground is soft with moss and fallen pine needles. Tall trees arch overhead, filtering the late afternoon light into warm streaks of gold. The air feels cooler here, quieter. After several minutes of walking, the trees open into a small hillside garden. Low hedges frame beds of late-season flowers. A carved stone balcony overlooks the valley below. From this vantage point, the lakes shimmer in the distance, and the castle rises behind them, glowing softly in the lowering sun. Max steps forward toward the overlook and stands still, ears lifted. Max?
This feels completely different from the main courtyard. It's quieter, but somehow just as powerful.
Luna settles close to Mom's side, breathing in the breeze that carries hints of wildflowers and evening air. Luna?
I like when everything slows down like this. It makes it easier to notice things.
Bella walks along the edge of the hedges, tracing the garden's perimeter with steady curiosity. Her tail moves in relaxed circles. Bella,
I'm not tired. I'm just doing important perimeter research.
The family gathers near the balcony railing. The valley stretches wide and open beneath them. The world feels still. The sky begins to shift colors gradually. Soft pink blends into peach. Gold fades into lavender. The sun lowers behind the mountain ridge, stretching long shadows across the hillside. Birdsong quiets. The air cools slightly. Mom.
Remember Bella and the cappuccino foam this morning?
Bella.
It looked exactly like whipped cream. I stand by my decision.
Dad.
and Max memorizing castle construction dates.
Max.
It's important information, especially if we're spending extended time near a historical structure.
Mom.
And Luna taking those castle stairs without hesitation.
Luna remains close to the railing, looking out at the valley. Luna.
It felt good to try something that looked a little big at first.
The sky deepens in color. The light softens further. The day feels complete without needing anything else added to it. There are no crowds here, no camera flashes, no raised voices. Just the five of them standing together as twilight settles across Bavaria. Mom rests her hand lightly along the balcony railing. Dad stands beside her. The pups remain close, relaxed and steady. No one rushes to leave. The quiet feels shared. And enough. Dad glances toward the path leading back toward town. A faint smile crosses his face. Dad.
Tomorrow we leave castles behind. We'll be trading stone towers for canals.
Mom.
And maybe tulips, if we're lucky.
Max lifts his head slightly, curiosity already forming. Max.
I assume there will be some sort of informational guide available.
Bella shifts her weight eagerly, energy returning at the mention of something new. Bella.
Will there be snacks? Or bicycles? Or snack baskets attached to bicycles?
Luna looks between them all, calm but bright-eyed. Luna.
New places mean we get to collect new memories.
The thought settles gently among them. Tomorrow feels exciting, but tonight feels peaceful. The sun dips fully below the mountain peaks. The sky darkens into deeper blues and soft violet tones. The garden grows quieter as shadows stretch across the hedges and flowers. Behind them, the castle towers fade into silhouette against the evening sky. The family remains a moment longer before turning back toward the path. No hurry, no noise, just the steady feeling of a day well lived. Bavaria has given them history, laughter, courage, and shared discovery. And the journey continues. Tomorrow brings canals in color, wheels turning, water reflecting the sky, new streets to explore, and another bend in the road waiting for their paw prints. The adventure is far from over.